So I'm basically gonna start from the furthest point back here and walk the whole place and try to get a good look at everything. It's a very, very interesting place. So we'll start with this bus. That is really cool. There's an old teardrop camper that I would love to have. Comet Mobile Homes, Coffeyville, Kansas. Here's another one of those big house buses. That is really awesome. Old trash pile. We gotta watch out for rattlesnakes. I'm being a little careless. They said they catch about 20 a year out here, so very interesting. Here's another little teardrop. Heart of the Hills Camp. Nice. 1938 Utah plates. About as cool as it gets right there. This is a Dodge straight axle, little leaf sprung truck with some chains on it. We are in paradise today. Look at this. Goat skull. Boulder City Fire Department. Boulder City is right outside of Vegas. We actually drove past it to get here. This is a very nice machine. Well kept. Coca-Cola cooler. There's an old water truck, it looks like. Chicago Motor, and then it says Wyoming on it as well. So this thing has seen some stuff. This looks like International Harvester logo on the front. I would never really expect to see stuff like this just sitting around in such great shape. Is this an old Dodge school bus? Wow, what a privilege to be here. An old fuel pump, or gas pump I guess you would call it. 29 cents per gallon. They don't even have a place to put a dollar. There's another old bus. Another International Metro. Hey, straight 6 still in here. This thing is so cool. Wow. Another one of those service trucks. This is cool. How big this thing is. Big old GMC 750 it says. Diesel. Everything's in such amazing shape. No graffiti, no broken glass, no trash. Stuff you never see because it's all here. Look at this. This looks like another Chevy, maybe. I'm not great with this era of vehicles. Chrysler. Some glass you can't get. Time capsule paradise. This looks like a Mad Max rig. It's got a 1951 plate on it. This is so cool. This is an old Ford. Amazing. Old Buick. This is another Buick. Buick did the 3 little circles on the fender, which they still, well, I don't know if they do it today, but they were doing it up until, 5 or 10 years ago. This is a Volkswagen Bus converted into a camper, which I know I keep saying as cool as it gets, but this is as cool as it gets. Again, with a Volkswagen Beetle roof, mind-blowing. Look how cool that is. We gotta keep moving, we got all kinds of stuff to see. This is a old Volkswagen bus in amazing shape. Baja bug with a chopped roof. Look at that. In our last video, we came across a cool Baja bug in the desert. Now we find some more bugs in the desert. Perfect little cars. Absolutely amazing. So we have some airplanes coming up. Here's another double-decker bus. What is this and where did it come from and why was it created? It's like the 70s era camper conversion days. Obviously much older than a 70s vehicle, but Chevrolet 3800. Another old international bus. What an awesome sight this is. This might have to be our thumbnail right here. So this is an old Ford. All original. Had something written on the side of it. But it's been here forever. Little camper behind it. Still has some interior. This old wooden wheel, metal tire wagon. That is absolute history right there. Okay, this is probably the coolest thing I've ever seen. This was in the air in war, most likely at one time. I don't know anything about it, so I'm not going to run my mouth, but it's absolutely breathtaking, to be honest. Amazing. Imagine the feeling these guys had back then, jumping into this seat, knowing you were going to battle. And here we are today, in 2022, just looking at it. Cockpit heater control. I mean, you still have labels on these buttons in here. This is just mind-blowing. I could look at this for the rest of the day, to be honest, but I know I have to keep it moving. I think this was a movie set at one point, at least going off what I read online. Is that just, I guess, just remains of old jet motors, huh? Jet engines. Look how complex this was. Wires and cables everywhere for all the ailerons and flaps and stuff. There's an old star on the side. There's an old fire hose reel. I mean, it's getting to the point where there's so much. You just gotta start walking past things. There's an old oven. Majestic oven, or stove, sorry. Here's an old car. Manual trans with a straight six. This is pretty amazing. Airplane engine. Probably off one of them old warbirds. So the cylinders go in this circular shape here, unlike car engines. This looks like an old tow truck or something. This is like the Jeepers Creepers rig. GMC. Yeah, they had a little generator on the back to do whatever this thing was doing. So the Colorado River that Lake Mead feeds is right at the bottom of the hill down there. We're about I think we're about 5 miles away from the Lake Mead National Park area. So here's a really old Dodge. Mind-blowing as usual. That's the best part about the desert. 1956 surface rust. Tow Mater International. A lot of internationals out here. Look at this old building. Like just this alone, you know what I mean? These are things you just walk past out here, but like I can't tell you how long it's been since I've seen a wooden wheel in person. The curtains falling down. How do you get so much cool stuff in one place? Look at how perfect this car is. Got air in the tires still. An old Chevy sedan. Time capsule. Maybe this was driving past here a long time ago and they just left it and flew home. Needed an engine or something. You never know. Amazing. Hasn't been touched. No dings, no scratches, just some old body filler and sun damage. More of those rigs we saw over there. I don't exactly know what these are, so nice pieces though. This thing has an air conditioning unit on top. California plates. I had no idea this place was so cool. I've driven past it probably 100 times to get down to a place called Nelson's Landing down there, but never stopped. The suicide doors. All these cars are so complete. I just want to take them home and body work them and get them pretty again. Easy to say until you're 10 years deep into the project. International flatbed truck. Farm truck, GVW 24,000. How cool would this be to get running in this condition? Slap some tires on it. Another Ford, big bus, General Motors bus. Yeah, this has like a sink in it and stuff. So I imagine back in around the 70s, people would probably buy these old buses and convert them into little campers and come out here and break down and just leave them behind. Yeah, these all have little kitchens and beds and stuff in them. Look at this. Metropolitan. They both say Metropolitan on them. This one's a convertible. That one might have a removable top. I don't know. Probably not. Actually, no. The tops look permanent. Beautiful cars everywhere. General store. This building has a nice lean to it. Another International. 1944 license plates on this Coca-Cola truck. I didn't know something could be that cool. Wow, there's a Coca-Cola freezer on the back. Old Town Bottling Company. Get out of here. Look at that. Coca-Cola in bottles. Another Chevrolet. This place makes you feel like these cars are a dime a dozen. They're not easy to find at all in this shape. TV Center, sales and service. The telephone number was only 5 digits, if I'm not mistaken on what that was. Everything here just has the original dash and seats and original tires, just literally parked and not touched. I don't know, I can't wrap my mind around that. Chevy 3100. This says Old Navy Supply Company, known around the world. Is that like Old Navy clothing? This has Oregon plates on it. 72. How cool that they leave the license plates. 1972. Chevrolet 8200. Beautiful truck here. This still has the engine in it. This looks like a snaky area. Gotta be careful. That's a 4-cylinder. This is so cool. This is a Ford It's stamped into the footboard there. Dude, you gotta be kidding me. The wooden roof is still there. Wow, what a strange looking rear axle. The leaf spring goes that way. Another old one there, flatbed. Alright, we are back over here on the other side. Another Ford school bus. That one actually says school bus on it. A very small one, but it was taking children to school a very long time ago. Fairbanks Morse, made in USA. There's an old stove here. Another old Chevrolet here. Another Chevy flatbed. It's a pretty together coupe. Motor still in it. Spark plugs and all. Original Champion plugs. Here's an old water wagon, it looks like. It's a little water truck, a Ford. What an amazing thing to look at. Another one of those little Metropolitan cars. 1927 license plate. Old candy machine, old Coke machine, another GE fridge there. Old Dodge pickup. Elvis Caddy. What's that, a 59? Pink and all. With a camper. It's an OG teardrop. These are popular again. Obviously not made of wood like that, but many different materials nowadays being used. Fleetline. That's a Chevy, I guess. Sedan. Another one of these Jeep looking trucks. 1979 license plate. I'm glad this place is being enjoyed by many people. There's a lot of people here walking around. Look at that. An old rototiller or something. We're just about done. That is so cool. This old piano. Workmanship warranted. The best established 1878 piano. Made in Chicago. That might be my favorite piece here. Another old piano sitting in the sun. Also says Chicago on it. Probably the same age. Oldest motel sign we'll probably ever see. Looks like an old fire truck, maybe. I don't know. There's another sedan down there with a bunch of valve covers sitting next to it. There's another sedan. This one's propped up nicely. Still got the motor in it. Looks like it was a fast one. An old shop. Pepsi. This was diesel. Another beautiful sedan here. A few more trucks in this area. General Motors, International. Got an old panel truck here. I think we found the oldest school bus on property. Here's the name of the school still on it. High school. Dude, are you kidding me? This is an old high school bus. I feel like that's not even real. Should be looking at this. Like, this blows my mind. Well, there are a couple old wagons down here. I mean, you can easily miss things out here. These are all old Tonka toys. Very old. Probably from the 70s, most of them. They're all metal. This 7-Up machine, 10 cents.
I got it ready for you, Chris. You all ready?
Aliens.
It's not going to go the way they wanted it to. What do you want to? Now I'm doing it 100 miles in the wrong direction. You know what you're calling.
Of course. There's a food truck here. I'm gonna go check out, grab some lunch. That was a great time. I've never seen so much history in one place before. I hope you guys enjoyed that as much as I did. And we will catch you on the next one. Take care.